finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Looking for blockers. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. He might want another play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires left. That pass is incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving.
Here we go. Ready, shift. Bridge.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Wolverines will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Manning fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Pocket breaking down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. He's at the 10.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Push forward on the sneak. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
I don't know if the offense is going to call these quarterback sneaks very much more in this game. That defense in the interior, they are tough. They got an outstanding push inside, and that's why this offense lost yardage.
And go play action, Bryce Underwood. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Throwing, Underwood. Touchdown, Michigan! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. There he goes. The 20, past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking for a crease to the left. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Now on the option. The pitch. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Underwood. Got it set up on the outside. Can't get into the ground. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man. Knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Motion from the wideout. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Throws to the back. Makes the grab.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on first down, second down, third round. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
Play fake, Underwood. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Manning with a play fake. Working that left side now. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run inside. It smothers. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Arch is going to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Unloads it left. Zips it out to his man. Hits the afterburners. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorn.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll move the wide receiver. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Kill. 214 close. 214 close. Shift.
Running inside. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Fires to the big fella. Smashes ahead. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Pulls and fires complete, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Quarterback making adjustments. Throwing, Underwood. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Finding some room. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
776 count. 776 count. Hey, kill it. 180 race car. 180 race car. But hard.
Here's Underwood to throw. Going over the top. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
The quarterback sneak. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. So the QB sneak is supposed to be a guaranteed non-loser. There are no guarantees in football.
No, there was nothing there for him right away. I think he thought he could try to sneak to the outside, maybe go get it using his speed, but he didn't fool anybody. Defense was ready. He ends up losing yards.
The offense changing the play.
139, go.
Underwood on the play action. Got his man on the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
How about this defense just wrecking the offense on the last two plays and forcing a third and goal?
Ninja.
Underwood. Touchdown, Michigan. Into the end zone for 6.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he puts through the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Arch Madness. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To throw, it's Manning. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now here's Manning.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's Arts to throw. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Back open in the middle. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. This one's complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Bringing the heat. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The whistle sounded and they got it called just in time using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning.
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smothers. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The give on the counter. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Play action with Underwood. He spins that thing down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas. The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got it down the middle. Bounced off his feet. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Marshall. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Play action, here's Manning. The sweet feet buy a little time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Running inside. It's Smothers. Hard running there. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was Unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Here's Manning to throw. Finds a tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Manning. Now rolling to the left. Complete downfield. Touchdown Longhorns! And the route is on.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Underwood to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And they get him down. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Right down the middle. Got him in the open. Right down the boulevard. Got it out across the 50-yard line and not stopped until he brought it to the 47. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts.
776 Captain.
Motion from the wide receiver. Underwood. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pressure coming. It's complete to the left. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Tries it on the steep. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Maybe some room here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Hey, he's had a great day all day today, and not a surprise why they've continued to feature him, and you've seen him make big plays. And down the stretch, we expect more of the same, don't we, guys? Like, up with the lead, ground game keeps that clock moving. You don't want to stop that thing. That clock is your friend. This defense better find some answers quick.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Manning. Makes the catch. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off for Brown. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Manning. Gonna take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. Turning it on. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
From the red zone, it's Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, Manning. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Throwing, Underwood.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Underwood. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
One more time, it's Brown. Here's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Runs through the tackle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really
a point up.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal.
It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Keep an eye on that, Howie. And the Hawkeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Snags it and he's open. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
I I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position, it's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
5-28 crew.
Throwing Mack. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the air, it's Mack. Got it! He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 72 yards, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Hard running there. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Now the play fake. Deep throw off his back foot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Sometimes those big targets of wide receiver almost spoil you. You think, just throw it in the area code. Well, it didn't work that time.
No, might be need to get a new phone. That phone didn't work if you were searching for the area code because he definitely wasn't on target. And, you know, a lot of times you rush it too and you see that guy out wide. You want to hit that matchup, but that was not an accurate throw at all.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Handoff from Alton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick them up.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
Hunt is on its way. Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down, it creates second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Looking down the middle. Got a man. It's Rodgers. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Bringing the heat. And as he throws, a strike downfield. Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But
looking to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll go play action with Mack. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Ready? Red 18. Move.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
Here we go. Ready. Blue.
They'll go play action with Mack. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's James. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He could almost smell the red zone from where he made that fair catch, but it is tremendous field position for this offense. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throws to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Kill. 139 out the drop. 139.
Hand off from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Mack. Pierce Short gain on the play before he slides.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Quick strike complete. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15.
Ready? Kill, kill.
The run inside. It's Hill. There's a little room there. Tackled there by the defense.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short.
Here we go. Ready. Red 54. Red 54.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts.
But hard.
Austin Mack. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers, and then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mack. Get it out on the screen. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. And now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Now on the move. He's there to make the stop.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Mack fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker.
Makes the grab in their space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Back to pass on second down. Spits it out to the back. Got a man, it's Moulton. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down.
Ready. Red to the 4. Check, check, check. 14-24. Slash, slash. Where did he go? Where did he go?
He goes right back to the air. Makes the grab.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moulton. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw for it. Fires left. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. On the draw, it's Moulton. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Unloads it left. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Austin Mack. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Here we go.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. Finding some room. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Throwing Mack. Right down the middle. Gives him the big stiff arm. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Mack. Release to the back. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, it's third and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Check, check. 95-96 bridge. 95-96, go!
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Number 25, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. He gets a block. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Austin Mack unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And he drops back and he surveys the field, and I think he did a really good job being patient. The middle of the field comes open. Receiver runs a nice post route. Great throw, great catch. Nice job finding the explosive play by this offense.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Level, level.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line.
Blue 22.
They'll send the back in motion. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining.
Motion.
Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Wants to throw. It's Rivers. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Kick is in the air. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Man, it's just been that kind of day. This is one of those games you just want to forget. They've been dominated in every phase. They're getting blown out. Now you give up a safety in the fourth quarter. There are a lot of coachable moments, a lot of teachable things this coaching staff's going to have to dig into here this week of practice.
Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown time. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Motion from the wide receiver. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Flag 53. Slide. Ready, go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's James. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play to lead the clock.
He wants to change this route.
Ready, go.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Oh, they're after him, and he never had a chance.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go. Ready. Flag 15. Flag 14.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The RPO, it's complete. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Hawkeyes in the hurry up. Might be changing the route. Gonna look downfield again. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got the tight end. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
This is an area of the game, on offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
There's a crease. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.